Music department at Spring Arbor University, adjunct professor in the music department, musician, lyricist, instructor, performer, composer, Stephen Murphy, and assistant professor of music and the chair of the Department of Instrumental Music, Dr. Matthew Dupin. Nice to see you guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
So we have some exciting things to celebrate at Spring Arbor University, and they all have to do with Stephen Murphy. Congratulations,
Thank
Stephen.
you. Thanks.
Let's talk about some of the cool things happening yet this month. You're going to have songs you've written performed by a pretty big name outfit.
Right. So the group is called the Unity Quartet, and they're out of North Carolina, and they picked up 3 songs that I wrote last year.
Awesome.
And so I'm really excited about that, to have a group that travels a lot.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Recording 3 more songs.
all the songs that would be available for them to perform or record, how do you get noticed? How did they find out about you and your music?
Okay, so you want the long story or the short story? Right, so this is how it happened. I have a good friend, his name is Mark Forrester. He lives in Nashville, Tennessee, and he makes professional demos. He has a recording studio there. And I had him make a demo for a song that won first place at the Write About Jesus songwriting competition in October of last year.
Let's say that again. You won first place in a songwriting competition.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
In Nashville, Tennessee.
Right.
Awesome, congratulations.
And so that song that I had Mark Forrester demo for me, that song won. And then after that was done, he sent me an email and he said, hey, there's this group called the Unity Quartet, and they're looking for songs for the new project. And he said, you might want to get in touch with them. So I got in touch with them and sent them 5, and of the 5, they chose 3.
That's
So
fantastic.
usually you send 5 and they choose 1.
Well, that's a pretty good batting average.
Yeah, so they chose 3 out of 5. So, yeah.
And even better for the Jackson community, Matt, we're going to have this group actually come to Spring Arbor.
Yeah, and so they're coming on the 23rd at 6 p.m. and it's a free concert for the community. They're going to play your songs at the concert, and they're going to play a bunch of their other hits, and they're doing a bunch of different concerts throughout the area, but this is going to be in our area on the 23rd.
So the Southern Gospel Quartet, they travel all over the world.
Well, they travel in the United States,
In the
not
United
over the world.
Yes.
Yeah, and they'll be here at Spring Arbor University on March 23rd, and that will be at
6 p.m.
6 p.m. And the admission is?
Free.
Free. Awesome.
Yep.
So have you heard them play the songs yet?
I have heard one rough mix, not the official one. It's a brand new project, so they're actually going to be finishing it, all their mixing this week. So I was not able to get an actual mixed copy to listen today. So, but I have heard a rough copy, yes. So.
And is it in keeping with the spirit of what you were?
Absolutely, I was very pleased. Yes.
Because they could do who knows what to it, right?
That's sometimes that's the risk. You give somebody a song and they do a completely different interpretation. You're like, that's not even anywhere near. But I listened to it and listened to them, and they're fine.
So songwriting, that's a big part of your program at Spring Arbor.
Yeah. So we have several different programs. Dr. Murphy here, he teaches composition and songwriting. Babby Mason is also on our faculty as well and teaches songwriting. And we have, even if you're not a non-music major, we have an endorsement for songwriting now. And that's for any students that's interested in learning music theory and then writing songs.
And
So-
Babby Mason has the songwriting competition at Spring Arbor, and you're connected to Babby too, Stephen.
Yep, we just wrote 2 songs together last week.
Has she recorded? Is she going to record them?
We literally just wrote them. We just finished the lyrics, and so the next step is to put the lyrics with the polished final version of the music, and then after that, see where it goes. So.
Do you write music and lyrics?
These 2 I wrote. The first one I wrote the music and the lyrics, and then she and I co-wrote. We fixed the lyrics, not fixed, but we edited the lyrics. The other song is part lyrics of me and part lyrics her, so it's 50-50. So.
And what comes first, the music or the lyrics?
Good question. So usually if I write a song, the music and the lyrics come together. But there have been other songs. In fact, the first song we did called "That's How He Loves," I actually wrote the lyrics first with no music.
Huh.
So then Babby and I worked on the music together. So
Which is harder, the music or the lyrics?
about the same.
Really?
About the same. Yep.
And you, because Christian music you're delivering, it's not just the music. There's the message is a pretty big part of it.
Right. The message is, for me as a Christian songwriter, I want the message to be Jesus without any doubt, or at least faith. There's something about faith. Yeah.
Matthew, for this type of recognition for one of your professors and the songwriting contest to produce published and recorded music, that's got to be great for both the program, but for the Babby Mason contest.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for the community, but also for our students, and they see these wonderful events that we have, and the things that they can get from their education at Spring Arbor. So,
Well, Stephen, I first met you, I think it was in 1992.
I believe
Is that
so.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
It was. Yes.
So Stephen had this keyboard, and he was going to be a songwriter, musician, and he's done an incredible amount of writing and performance and teaching. All these, how many years is that? I can't do the math.
32 years.
32?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's quite a career,
Mhm.
a lot of accomplishments. What do you look back and see as your biggest point of pride?
Looking back, I would say probably my highest point of pride, as you said. I've learned to really enjoy teaching music.
Yeah.
I just love teaching music. Yeah.
And where did you get your love for music?
Okay, so that's a big question. But I grew up. My father had a traveling Southern Gospel Quartet, and so I grew up traveling all over Michigan, and Ohio, and they were. So it was an incredible group. I can't remember the name of the group now. Of Love. Anyway, the last part of the name was Love. But anyway, I traveled a lot of Sunday nights with this Southern Gospel Quartet my dad founded or was in, and so I learned to love Southern Gospel music, and I would go home on Sundays and put on my dad's records. Those are big, records. Yeah. Anyway, so, not a CD, but record albums. And I would sit down and play along with Phil Chris, who was the piano player for the group, and I would play it. I would practice until I sounded like Phil Chris. So that's how I learned how to play Southern Gospel music was by listening and copying Phil Chris.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Yeah.
Was your dad able to appreciate and enjoy your?
He did, yes. My dad was also a minister of music in the Nazarene Church, and so he would have me come in and fill in for when his piano player could not be there for church. I would come in and fill in for them. So that's how I got to start. That's how I learned how to play for church too.
Huh? And you do that now. I mean, you are right now. You're also lead pastor for Okemos Church of the Nazarene.
I am, yes, and I also I lead the music on Sunday morning. So I'm playing and leading. Plus I'm preaching. So I do everything.
You do it. You're one man show.
I do it all. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, this is going to be a great asset to the music program at SAU.
yeah, it's great to have a professor like Dr. Murphy who's out there really presenting what the students can do in their career and really doing it with a faith-centered motive. So I think it's great for the students as a model for success in the industry. So
Yeah, if Stephen can do it,
Yes.
who knows who
And
the next?
by the way, the name of the group was The Ascensions of Love.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I knew it was in there somewhere. So.
what's another thing too is that Steve graduated from Spring Arbor,
Yes,
so it's
that's
another.
right.
It's
Yep.
like returning back to it. So.
So if you want to hear Stephen's music, I do. I want to hear it. But you've also got albums.
I do. Yes, and I have a website if you want to go to.
Okay, where is it?
That's Forte, Fortay Records.net.
And you'll be able to also see his records at the concert. They'll have a table out front. And just show up at 6 o'clock. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
It's free.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.
How exciting. Dr. Stephen Murphy and Dr. Matthew Dupin from Spring Arbor University. We've got